what's up? Hello, it's Katie Colson here. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're here to talk about one of my favorite things on this earth, audiobooks. Now I was about to say a little. I went a lot crazy during that Audible sale because why were they having a sale like that? Like I literally was looking at it like, is Jeff Bezos like going bankrupt? Like why is everything on sale? I'm so confused. But I went crazy. And I bought a lot, and I've already read a couple. So we have about like 42 audiobooks to talk about that I'm going to be taking into 2023. Now, hopefully there's 2 of them that I'm hoping to have finished before 2023 starts. We will see. The first of which being Culty by Mariana Zapata. So I just finished From Luke Off with Love by the same author, and I really enjoyed it. There was a couple problematic things, or one problematic thing, like the body dysmorphia, but I liked it. But then when I started reading Culty, I got like 20 minutes in, and why does she talk about poop so much? Like, I'm serious. Like, why does she talk about it so much? I'm like, this is a romance? Like, what? I guess she's trying to be relatable, but like, it was really gross. So I just DNF'd it, and I'm like, I'm just gonna wait to hear what y'all think, and if I should read it, I don't know. But I did pick up All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata, and I'm only a little bit into it. It's a super long audiobook, so I don't know when I'm gonna end up finishing that, but this one is also a romance, and I'm liking this one a lot more. This is like an older romance, and it is this lady who goes and does like an Airbnb at this guy's house, but his son is the one who put it up as an Airbnb, and the guy doesn't know that, and he's like, you're not allowed to stay here, but she's like, I don't got anywhere else to go, and he's like, okay, well, I guess you could stay here, fine. And it's like this grumpy, not even grumpy sunshine, it's like grumpy. But I'm kind of digging it. So hopefully I'll end up finishing that one. And then the next one I don't have any idea what it's about. I just remember seeing it at Target on like their like best fiction books or something. And I just bought the audiobook, but it's All the Ugly and Wonderful Things. I love the cover. When I tell you, I seriously have no idea what this book's about. I don't know. Should you cover buy things? You know, as a concept, no. But do we do it? Of course. And the fourth one is A Study in Emerald by Neil Gaiman. And I know that Neil Gaiman narrates this audiobook, and I love when Neil Gaiman audiobook narrates. I just think he's so amazing. And again, I don't know what this book is about. This was sent to me by a lovely subscriber. Thank you so much. And they said that they thought that I would really like this because I liked when Neil Gaiman narrated Coraline and the Graveyard Book. So I am very excited to read this. The next 2 are also romance reads, and they are by Elizabeth O'Rourke, and it is Waking Olivia and Drowning Aaron. Now, I don't know if there's only 2 books in this series, or maybe I just was not aware of more of them, or more likely, maybe I just only got the first 2 because I didn't know if I was gonna like them. That's gonna be hilarious when you cut to later when I bought literally 10 books in the series that I haven't started yet. Should this video even go up? I feel like this is shame. This is just gonna be embarrassment. Like, don't do as I say, not as I do, okay? But Waking Olivia is supposed to be a romance, and honestly, I don't know what it's about. I just know that Olivia and Chandler said that it was really good and that they thought that I might like it, and I was like, you know what? Let's give it a chance. You know, I'm not a romance girly, but sometimes when they hit, they hit. Wow, I didn't think that I was gonna immediately go into the 10-book series that I haven't started yet, that I don't know what it's about, and oh my, this is so embarrassing. But it's for a good reason, okay? It's for a good reason. And it's because Erin from Booked and Busy, which has never, ever led me astray, not a single freaking time. She's like the book whisperer. She told me that I needed to listen to the audiobooks for the Cradle series by Will White. And there's so many of them. Let me just read them out to you. So I bought all 10 of them. And apparently there's more than 10, but I think that the 10th one is like just the one that recently came out. But there's like 5 other books. So anyway, we have Unsold, Soulsmith, Black Flame, Skysworn, Ghostwater, Underlord, Uncrowned, Winter Steel, Bloodline, and Reaper. And I'm standing here telling you that I don't know what these books are about. Yeah. The next 2 books I actually got because I have the first one on my physical TBR, and that is Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. And then just because I bought the second book, Starsight by Brandon Sanderson, just in case I ended up loving it, even though I've had Skyward on my TBR for like 2 years. Listen, sometimes just buying stuff is fun. You know what I'm saying? This is a YA, like, sci-fi fantasy set in space, and this girl that wants to be a pilot, but her dad, like, defected during the war, and, like, that's a crime, and now she can't become a pilot. Something about that, I don't know. But it's Brandon Sanderson, and everybody loves Brandon Sanderson, and I've just been waiting for the moment when I'm back into, like, a sci-fi fantasy mood, and it just hasn't happened yet. Another one I bought because I was like, I'm gonna be this girl. I'm gonna be this girl eventually. Malice by John Gwynne. The girlies on BookTube. They love this man. They love this man. And I've seen so many people in 2022 saying that this series is like their favorite books of 2022. And I want to know what y'all are talking about. And when I tell you that I bought it and I didn't know what it was about, and I do not care. But I did stop myself from buying the rest of the series before reading the first book. So honestly, that's a win. The 19th audiobook is actually one that I bought last year, and then I just re-downloaded it because I want to listen to it again. So I'm considering it part of my TBR, and it's Other People's Clothes. This is one that I really enjoyed. I think I gave it like 4 or 4.5 stars last year, and I was like, I want to get this physical book and reread this and annotate because I feel like it's way better than I even remember it being. And it's just like kind of a, not Moulin Rouge, what am I talking about? Oh my God, with Alan Cumming. Oh my God, what's it called? Cabaret. Wow, my musical theater heart. Straight to jail. Oh my God. Okay, sorry. So this is like a cabaret kind of retelling about these girls in Germany, and they're living abroad, going to school with this like visa, and they start up like a nightclub in their apartment to make money and to just be cool and be interesting. And this author starts writing a book about them, but doesn't say it's about them. And they're like, oh my God, like it's totally about us. Like what? But then like creepy shit starts kind of happening at the same time. And then you're like, what's going on? I'm not summarizing this well, but I liked it. But I need to reread it to tell you that for sure. Anyway, I'm gonna reread it. And then we have a gay classic, The Color Purple by Alice Walker. Is it Walker? Oh my God, what if I've been wrong? Whew. Anyway, The Color Purple is a classic, and I really, really need to read this so that I can watch the movie. I've just heard such amazing things about it, and I did start reading it when I was in high school and then stopped reading it because the teacher ended up changing the assignment we were doing, which is unfortunate. Like, why did we read The Scarlet Letter instead? Like, what a missed opportunity. And then I have a book that was sent to me, and it is How to Be Eaten by Maria Adelman, and the cover is stunning. I know this is YA, but I'm pretty sure it's a YA horror, and I saw the cover and I was like, thank you very much. I will absolutely be reading this. And I meant to read it during Weekend Ween and then didn't get the opportunity. So I don't know if I'm gonna wait for the fall. I probably won't. I'm impatient. Another book I said I was going to read for Weekend Ween and then didn't is Salem's Lot by Stephen King. And this is also on my physical TBR. So I don't know, maybe I'll read this for Summer Ween. Ooh, that's a good idea. This is, as far as I know, this was sent to me by Amy, or Tainted Crimson, and I appreciate you the most. And she said, she was like, I knew you were never going to read that giant book physically. Like, that's not going to happen. And I was like, wow, she like knows me. And apparently she said that this is like Stephen King's take on vampires. And I'm like, say less, say less. Literally, you could have just stopped at vampire. The 24th book is These Violent Delights by Micah Nemervera. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I always get so tongue-tied on that last name. Sorry. I like this cover. I've read, obviously, the book These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, and this is a like dark academia gay, not version of that, but it's just a book by the same name, These Violent Delights. And I have heard such outstanding things about this, like amazing. Like Leonie read this and she said that this was like the best dark academia book that she'd ever read. And it's a really like messed up look at like obsession, like obsessive love. And I need to read that book. Like I've been putting it off because I know I'm gonna love it. Like, do you ever do that? Like you put 5 stars off for what reason? If you think I'm not filled with shame, I bought without reading a single sentence. I bought books 1 through 7 of Zodiac Academy. And I've been told repeatedly that these books are not good. I've been told repeatedly that these books are not good by people who love them. And I still proceeded to buy 7 books in a series I have not started and barely know anything about. All I know is that the two main characters are two girls who are Geminis, and like, I think that they maybe has like some sort of power, and they like go to this school or something, and it's like supposed to be like not good, but like entertaining. And honestly, it had the word zodiac in the title, and the main characters are Gemini twins, and I just bought all of them. Another possible disappointing buy was The Kaiju Preservation Society by John Scalzi. Now, I say this could possibly be disappointing because I just heard a couple people say that it wasn't that good, but not say why, and like that John Scalzi like maybe is problematic. I don't know about that. I'm not gonna put my words on that. I don't know. It's just something that I heard on a couple booktube channels, and I don't know about that. But this is supposed to be about after the pandemic, this scientist, or he's like an animal researcher, is tasked to study these kaiju, which are like these giant dinosaur-like monsters, but they're in like a different universe, or like an alternate universe. I don't understand how all of that can fit into a standalone, really small book, but I'm gonna read it, and then I'll tell you what I think. I got No One Gets Out Alive by Adam Neville because Jordaline said that it was absolutely amazing and like kept her up at night and really scared her. And I'm like, I need to read an Adam Neville book because I never have before. And this one just sounded so creepy, and I just had to get it. And then I got the 3 books in the Saints of Steel series by T. Kingfisher because it's by T. Kingfisher, and like, honestly, you could have just said nothing else. I do not care what this woman writes. I will buy it. I will read it. I will eat it. I will regurgitate it. I will scream it at you. I'm obsessed with her. So these are going to be Paladin's Strength, Paladin's Grace, and Paladin's Hope. And Mina from Mina Reads, whenever I was talking about reading Nettle and Bone, she was like, have you read the Saints of Steel series? Because it's amazing. And I was like, oh my God, say less. And then I got Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir because I've heard from many people, namely Gabby from Gabby Reads, saying that the audiobook is really good and that it was one of her best books of 2021. And this is a book that's way too long. I'm never going to physically read it, but I thought, you know what, listen, it's on sale. I'll buy it. You never know. Maybe this will end up being like a really amazing book for me. And from the way that people have described the relationship between the main character and the other character, sounds really good to me. And even if it doesn't end up being a favorite, I feel like it's still probably going to be a really good book. And this is another one kind of like The Martian, where it's a guy that's like stuck in space and he's an astronaut and he's trying to find his way back. But he comes in contact with something in the universe that nobody has come in contact with before. I'm going to stop talking because I'm going to give the entire plot away. And then we have another book where you're like, Katie, what were you thinking? But I'm like, it could be a win. You never know, okay? You do not know. I'm constantly dabbling, okay? But it's Tryst 6 Venom by Penelope Douglas. Now, I have tried Penelope Douglas in the past. I did like Punk 57, but this is her first sapphic romance. And I'm pretty sure it's about like gambling. It's like gamblers or something like that. I don't know, but it was sapphic, and I was like, it's worth a fucking shot, okay? Twisted Love by Anna Huang. Now, I did start reading this a couple months ago and DNF'd it at 6%. Because I did not care at all. But I've heard that like Twisted Hate and stuff like that is really good. So is this one where I just didn't get enough into it and I should read it? Or is it one where people say just skip that one and go to the other Twisted books? Like, am I missing out on something, or is this the one that people say to skip? Y'all let me know. And the last audiobook, for now, is The Lies of Locke Lamora by Scat Lynch. Scat? I'm gonna show myself out. And the last audiobook is number 42, and that is The Lies of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch. Now, this is an author that I've heard is problematic because apparently, I don't know if it's true or not, but when I looked it up, apparently him and his wife have been accused of like sexually grooming young people. So that's not great. But I've heard this book is amazing, and I'm like, I don't know if that, like, I don't know, should I not read it? Like, I'm kind of scared. And also it's supposed to be like a really like kind of dastardly, like really deep fantasy that's like historical. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm really that deep into my fantasy like era right now. I don't know. But the Scott Lynch, like the controversy kind of like made me want to step back a little bit. So I wasn't totally sure. But anyway, that's going to be the last. So that is 42 books in total, if we're counting Culty. And I'm sure before the last week of December is out, I'll probably buy more, to be honest. Am I sorry about it? Yes. But am I also not sorry? Absolutely. But if you've gotten this far into the video, what should you leave? Oh my God, leave your zodiac sign. Leave your zodiac sign. Like, you know the little emojis for your zodiac sign? Leave that for Zodiac Academy. And also, please let me know any of these books that you're either like, Katie, why on earth? did you buy that? Like, what is your deal? Why did you do that? Or ones that you're like, no, seriously, you're gonna love it. Give it a freaking shot. And tell me if there's any of them that you want to see in a reading vlog. I would really highly appreciate that. That gives me a lot of motivation knowing that you guys want to see certain things. And if you want to follow me on Goodreads or Instagram, they are going to be linked down below, as well as a myriad of other links to help support this channel in many different ways. And I hope that all of you are having an amazing day, evening, night, dusk, dawn, whatever it is you're having, in whatever part of the world you are currently having it in. And I will see you in a video coming very soon. Bye.